Hey everyone, my name's Karma, and today we're going to talk about the R8 Revolver, which was recently added to the game in today's patch. But after playing a couple of competitive matches, I realized that the pistol is frankly overpowered in the current state that Valve has it. So I took it upon myself today to basically make it a much more balanced pistol. And the way that I did that is, number one, I removed the stupid cock mechanic where you could charge up a shot and then fling around a corner and basically one-tap people. And I also got rid of the rapid fire left or right click, depending on how you use your mouse, if you're left or right-handed. But I also gave it one clip. So I'm just demonstrating here how basically I'm just spamming it, but it has a very slow fire rate compared to, say, something like the Deagle, because after all, it is a fucking revolver, so it shouldn't be able to, spam like the Deagle can. That's one of the reasons why revolvers have kind of been out of use, is because they're not generally easily able to be spammed. Now, on top of that, I tried to basically give it all the accuracy stats of the Deagle. So in terms of standing accuracy, crouching accuracy, jumping in accuracy, and a whole bunch of other values, it basically has the accuracy of a Deagle, and it also has the spray pattern of the Deagle. And I'm going to demonstrate that here, where I'm basically shooting it and as fast as I can, spamming it, and it's basically following the pattern of the Deagle. It doesn't follow the R8 pattern that Valve gave it, because that's just the most stupid, erratic pattern, and it doesn't make any sense if this is replacing the Deagle. Now, because I think that the R8 Revolver is still a very good gun, I think that people should be able to use it just fine, and it should really be a replacement over the Deagle. So you're probably wondering, why should I pick this over the Deagle? Well, I'm going to demonstrate to you right now. So number one, with the Deagle, you get more ammo in terms of reserve capacity, but not per clip. And you can also spam the Deagle, so you have a higher damage output potential per second, I guess, compared to what you get with the R8 Revolver now in my balancing. But my whole methodology is that you should be able to basically just pick methodical shots with it, and that should be advantageous. And the whole extra bullet per clip isn't really all that much, but I mean, some people see it as a bit of an advantage, so I left it in there, because I personally believe that, that one shot doesn't really make that much of a difference. But if you're a very good player and headshot, then you should be able to use this. Now, it does have one other unique thing over the Desert Eagle, and that is at particular ranges, particularly close ranges, it one-shots to the chest, stomach, or head. Now, I know what you're thinking, that's a bad thing. But at longer ranges, it does, 2-tap damage, which I'm going to show you here. So let's say someone's holding corner at long, you can basically 2-tap them in the chest, which I think is much more balanced, and you can 1-tap them in the head. And to me, that's how the gun should work. It's a revolver. It's a very slow, methodical gun, very high damage per shot, but it's just so incredibly slow that it shouldn't do high damage. Now here I'm demonstrating that it's basically a 3-tap at long range to the chest. And yeah, it has some inaccuracy problems, but generally, because it took 3 hits there, you should be just fine. If you crouch with it, it's also much more beneficial, which I'll show you here. You can actually get 3 taps quite easily with it. So yeah, I think that if it's balanced this way, the R8 pistol, which is what Valve should have done, then it's actually pretty good. It's a decent replacement to the Desert Eagle. It has its own advantages over the Desert Eagle, but then the Desert Eagle has its own advantages in terms of ammo count, in terms of being able to spam it, in terms of, doing pretty much the same damage except for the close range bit. So this acts a little bit more like a revolver, and I'm going to show you in a little bit also that you can 1-tap at long ranges with it, say from like pit, which I'm showing you in this clip right now. Sorry, I had to have a little drink there. But basically, I think this is how the R8 Revolver should work. It shouldn't be something that you spam and just destroy people with, and it certainly shouldn't be basically a pocket AWP like Valve made it, because then it's way too overpowered and people just can buy it every round and force up, and then they have absolutely no disadvantage. I mean, the only disadvantage you have with it is the fact that it is so inaccurate when you try and rapid fire it that it's like terrible for long range, but then that's overpowered by the whole left click mechanic, which basically makes it a godlike pistol when you're moving. Whereas in this sense, it works just like a Desert Eagle in terms of when you're running, it has Desert Eagle accuracy. When you're jumping, it has Desert Eagle accuracy. So it's basically a Desert Eagle replacement, which is what it should be. It shouldn't be more powerful than any other gun in the game, and I have no idea why Valve made it that way. So yeah, if you guys have any opinions about my balancing of the R8 Revolver, I'll leave also some stats basically in the description. Maybe you guys prefer this. I personally do, because to me it makes way more sense, but I don't know. Valve basically fucked up the entire meta of the game in one patch, and it made me so angry that I just thought maybe the pistol should be at least shown in a different way so that people can reconsider it if it should be balanced in a particular way and whether that's actually a good option. So yeah, guys, subscribe, like the video, write some comments on Reddit and in the description below, and I'll read them, because, you know, I think that the pistol isn't perfect and I still got a lot to learn in terms of balancing myself. I'm not a very good game designer, but I think that in its current state that I made it, it's much better than how Valve basically integrated it into the game.